Hello everyone, Rang it out here. Just a little update on what I'm seeing. I'll just start here with the liquidity maps, liquidation levels. Still a little bit left down here. This swipe to the downside didn't pick up as much as I thought they might try and pick up. Must have been reasonably well defended, but it's sort of, I guess it concerns me a little bit. We haven't ripped up very quickly from there. We haven't really sort of confirmed a breakout above this level either. It's sort of really meandering around here. So, yeah, I looked at some Glassnode stuff the other day, and there's just not a lot of liquidity floating around in the marketplace. So, could be a slow slog from here. As I've sort of been saying, expecting it to be pretty choppy. We may have one more downside move. If we do, then it'll be probably fairly large, maybe 30% or so. Now looking at on the daily, again, still got a little bit here on the daily, but looks like we're going to close around the 26,500, which means the stochastic momentum is actually going to switch to the upside for some of the larger time frames. So if we do get a breakout now, any sort of upside breakout could be a decent run. So just bear that in mind, I guess. Go back down here to the shorter time frame. So there is a lot of liquidity to the top side here, more so than to the downside. If we go back down to sort of the 15-minute, gives you even more detail. So as you can see, they missed quite a chunk here. Whether that's still in play or whether it was actually closed out through fear of liquidation, don't know. There's a lot of 100x still seemingly in the market here. Whether they've closed that out or not as well, I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, there's still quite a bit below, but I have a funny feeling we may actually run to the higher. So there's not much in here. Yeah, I still wouldn't put it past them to do another sweep down in here. Let's see where we go from there. But that was a nice little sweep there. I was happy with that call. Just expected a little bit more thrust up through here, really. Like, just seems like there wasn't as much commitment as there probably could have been. So we'll come over here. I'll just hide that one because it's a bit confusing, but obviously we've still got some vectors in here that need recovering. Whether they do it now or later, we'll see. It's been pretty good vector recovery on the way up though, apart from this big one. So there's not much left over here for it to come back into, which does make me think we're probably going to come back up into these ones first. So there's some vectors here that they're all vectors on the 1 hour. So I'd be surprised if we didn't sort of come back up into this region here before we actually do a decent move. And realistically, if we do come back in here, probably expect us to be range bound, really. It'd be a pretty good spot for them to do these ones. So we sort of come in up here and then come back down over time, down to the bottom of this range, and then meander around here for a little bit. That's the sort of play which is very possible in this sort of market. Interestingly though, on the daily, we are just above that value area high now. So that's a little bit of interest to us. Kind of expected in this spot here they would have come back down into around this region, but maybe that's where we'll head. So maybe we'll swipe up here, grab some of this liquidity, and then they come down again over time. It's kind of a bit of a nothing burger market at the moment. The daily is suggesting we'll probably have a little bit of a pullback here. Just PMARP. Whether that's a big pullback or not, we'll wait and see. I still think it's probably more likely to have that sort of maybe down, up, and then maybe back down. I think we'll just have to wait and see for that one. But yeah, there's some unrecovered vectors here that would be unusual for Bitcoin to leave it. But for the time being, shorter term, I would expect this to be sort of claimed. And potentially higher. It's just, let's wait and see what the price action does, really. The fact that we've got a good sort of upturn on the PMARP would suggest that any sort of major downturn, I'd be looking for it to do it from up in this region, both with this instantaneous curve and with the moving average. So that's the fact that it has turned up from here is also a good sign that we may actually get a decent pump up into this region at least. All right, that's about it today, really. As far as I can see, there's, this one here, the momentum indicators are quite low. Stochastic momentum is actually quite high though, so yeah, maybe some downside, but be fairly choppy downside. I wouldn't expect it to be a big drop and then slow. I'd expect it to be sort of relatively quick move down, in which case this would move down as well, and then we push higher. I'd say on that second push you're probably going to get a decent move up. All right. Just because a lot of these are down the bottom. Whenever a lot of these are down the bottom, tend to get a bit of movement up. Actually, sorry, that there is probably, no, that's it. All right, that's it for today. Catches.